Welcome, everybody. My name is Kenneth Darrell Brown. My company is called eWeb to Sales and Profits. And what we do is we show companies how to leverage the web to improve sales and profits. So, when business owners, entrepreneurs want to start a company, they want to realize their full potential. So, what are the keys to their success? What are they thinking? They're thinking it's the entrepreneur, it's the unique idea, it's the product or service. What are the keys to success? I'll let you think about that for a minute. So what's missing? What about sales and profitability? Having systems in place to increase sales, to improve profitability and utilize the web. That's what's missing, sales and profitability. And we strongly believe that you can be the best expert in the world, but if you can't sell the expertise, you don't have a business. That's number one. Number two, if you don't run your business profitably, then you won't be in business for very long. You got to control your costs and reduce your expenses. And so, if that's missing, if that's not the focus, how's that impact sales representatives? If that's not the focus, if you want to be successful in business, you've got to have sales, a sales system, a profitability system, and how to leverage the web system. And also, can't forget marketing. So we're the Swiss Army knife for sales representatives. That's what we do, and we're very good at it. If sales professionals, sales representatives, if they want to be successful, they have to create systems for sales, for marketing, for profitability in the web. If they don't create systems, then they're not going to be successful. And that's what companies have to do. And that's what we can do. We not only show you what to do, but how to do it. So, what's our competitive advantage? There's lots of coaching companies in the United States and the world. So, Ken, what makes eWeb to Sales and Profit unique? Well, most companies focus on profitability, some focus on sales. What we do is we focus on sales, the web, and profitability. Three things. That's what makes us unique. And there's so much more. For example, we show sales representatives how to create a vision and mission statement so they can turn their vision in reality, create an action plan to guarantee that. Next thing we do is that we can help define their key performance indicators, the activities they need to focus on to be successful. If you want to be successful in sales, you got to work on lead generation. You got to look at contacting and connecting with decision makers. You need to have what we call an initial interview and sit down with people. You have to have proposals. You have to ask for the sale, and you have to earn sales commissions. Those are the key indicators. If you don't focus on those key indicators, then you won't have a sale at the end of the week, at the end of 2 weeks, at the end of the month, or at the end of the quarter. You got to focus on key performance indicators. The next thing is consultative selling. What consultative selling is basically sitting down with a prospective client, understanding what their goals, what their concerns, what their challenges are, and see if you can come up with a solution to make them successful. And it's also asking the right kind of questions and listening and seeing how we can help them. That's consultative selling. Customized scripts. A lot of people, sales professionals and rookies, don't use sales scripts. They kind of wing it. And when you wing it, you're not going to be successful. So you have to have sales scripts for telemarketing, for having that first interview, for closing, for presentations, for asking for referrals. If you don't have scripts, you're not going to be successful. Don't wing it. The next thing is you have to have personality assessments. Personality assessment and strengths assessment. Why? Because you need to understand what your personality is and how it affects your success in sales. The next thing is you got to understand what the personality is of that prospective client, and figure out how to connect with them to make them your client or turn them into a client. The next thing is strengths assessment. That is, what is your gift? What is your talent? What are you good at? And how can you leverage that to be successful in sales? Next thing is content creation. If you want to be a success in utilizing the web, you've got to figure out and create unique content that truly speaks and attracts your target market and your best prospects. And if you want to turn in those suspects and prospects into clients, then you've got to create really good content, and we can help you with that. The next thing is we have a library of over 300 sales, web, and profitability ideas and solutions. And lastly, but not least, we also have courses, over 50 courses on sales, web, and profitability. That is what makes us unique. And that's why we're the best choice for people that want to improve their sales and their profitability and their marketing. Business model. Simply, it's sales, web, and profitability. I've already talked about that. But we have 5 appointment coaching sessions that we go through. I've already talked a little bit about stuff, but I will focus on number 3. It's coaching session. That is how to close deals. And how to close those deals, not at the end of the meeting, but during the meeting that you're having. And that's very important. We expect our clients to close deals not on 1 week, a month. Right then, you can set the expectation you're going to do business. The sale is made on the first appointment. Next, in terms of the 4th coaching session, is the unique selling proposition. It's an elevator pitch. When somebody asks you, what do? What do you say? How do you say it? What can you do to attract that person and make that person want to sit down with you and do business with you? That's the beauty of the unique selling proposition. That's 4th. That's the 4th coaching session. The 5th coaching session is how to ask for referrals. I already talked about that. Other thing is understanding the sales cycle, your selling process, not only your selling process, but the buyer's process. So that's part 1. Part 2 is profitability. That is, there are ways to control your costs, reduce your expenses the traditional way, and then also utilizing the web. Part 3 is the web. How can you utilize the web to, like your website or social and new media, social media being Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or how to use blogs, podcasts, and videos to generate more leads, convert those leads into clients, and how to do that by reducing your costs reducing your costs and your expenses. Okay. So if I asked you how to use your website to improve your sales or your lead generation, what would you say? How can you help your sales representatives? We can do that. And last, you got to have a plan, a strategic plan to turn that vision into reality. If you don't have a plan, if you don't know where you're at and where you're going, you'll never get there. So, eWeb to sales, who are we? Well, my name is Kenneth Darrell Brown, CEO of eWeb to Sales, and I've been coaching, leading, developing, training people for over 50 years. That's right. I'm kind of old, but I'm old enough. So interesting. You say, how did you do this? Well, it all started in baseball. I was supporting my little brother, and I just basically took over the team because they were losing, and we won our first championship in baseball. And guess how old I was? Won the championship at 14. Then I was in Army Junior ROTC and was really excited starting my second year. And I was really excited, and I found out that we didn't have an instructor. Well, guess who volunteered and became that instructor? It was me, and I was still 14. And then I graduated from University of Michigan and was commissioned a naval officer. And at 22, I was leading, developing, and training 25 plus junior or senior and junior enlisted men. And then I became I became a department head at the age of 28, 27. Had over 50 people that I was responsible for in leading and coaching and developing them and succeeding and executing. I was a sales trainer at 32 years of age for IDS American Express. I became a coach at 44 when I was hired by Krauthammer International. So I've got a lot of experience, and I'll say more about my accomplishments and who I've worked with in a minute. But I've been in professional sales for 30 years. I've been a coach for 20 years. And in terms of the industries, I like working with growth-oriented companies in technology, in financial services, mortgage, um, real estate, those kinds of things. But most importantly, we want to look at, and I like working with companies that are growth-oriented. Next slide is I've coached and trained and consulted with well over 100 companies. And here's some of the ones that I'm showing on the site. I've logged thousands of hours. The Navy, Farm Bureau, DTI, IDS American Express, Acopia Brands, Wells Fargo, State Farm, Allstate, Life University, even the TSA, and so much more, as you can see. My accomplishments, I already talked about the Navy, but I was also recognized as one of the top 25 influential sales leaders by Inside View. I was ranked 5th in the country for individual disability sales, and also I was a top financial planner practitioner as a certified financial planner. Also, I consistently ranked with Southwestern of 70 coaches in lead generation, decision making, contacts, sales workshops, and sales performance and activity, and generated well over $280,000 annually. And then last, I created the Passion Entrepreneur, which is picked as one of the best business podcasts in the country by Small Business Trends, and it's been downloaded not only in the United States but all over the world. So Ken, if you're that good, if eWeb to Sales is that good, can you deliver? What are your results? Well, Adam, Diversified Training Institute, worked with them for less than 3 months. I delivered, responsible for giving them almost 250 new clients. Not only that, but the revenue was over almost $230,000 in 3 months. That's how good I am and eWeb to Sales is. Adam Van Dyke, he's a rookie salesperson with Van Dyke Mortgage, and he was averaging, really not very motivated and inspired, but he was averaging about 2 or 3 deals a month. Working with me, we increased that he was having 7 to 8 deals, new deals consistently every month. And that was an increase of what he was doing over $4,000. And that's production. Fabian, State Farm, he was doing about 10 or 15 sales, new sales policies. I started working with him, and guess he increased it not by 5 or 10. He was averaging over 30 new policies, new sales every month consistently. That's what coaching does. That's what eWeb to Sales does for new clients and sales representatives. Stephen Hackett, really good guy. He's out of Tennessee. He's with Farm Bureau. In just 6 months, what I did for him is I increased his life sales about $38,000. New sales presentations, 160. New referrals, 120. And new insurance quotes, 300. Well over 100% for new life premiums, almost 300%. For new solutions, 130%. And referrals, almost 115%. That's how good we are. Jim Beasley. Jim Beasley is a fine gentleman. They hired me to redo their website and start helping them embrace the web and leveraging the web for more sales and profits, to attract new prospects, to cut their marketing costs down, and create a stronger web presence. And we did all that. Really good guy, Jim Beasley. And then last is Jackie Touros. Jackie, when she got up to make a sale, out of 10 people that she would meet, she could only close 1. Just 1. That's not good. 10%. But after 1 coaching session with me, I turned that around. She turned it around. And when she was meeting with 10 prospects, she closed 5. What does that mean? That's more money in her pocket, and she's grateful for it. So lastly, that's Ken. Kenneth Darrell Brown, eWeb to Sales. Thank you for listening. I wish you great luck in your pursuit of business excellence, and let's talk and connect